Hi everybody, I am going to explain lesson 6 to you. Real quick, let's look at lesson 5 was all about y equals mx plus b. And so it's like if you have a slope given to you and you have a y-intercept given to you, you can figure out what the equation for the line would be. So in this case, we would just substitute this in for m and this in for b, and we would get y equals 2x plus 1/2, and that would be our equation for our line. Really simple. But sometimes that's not the information right here. That's not the information that's given to you. Sometimes you're given other information. So lesson 6 is all about if you're given a point on the line, they tell you that that point is on the line, and you're given the slope. What do you do? This is called point slope formula. Okay, so the point slope formula, I'll write that up here, point slope formula. Okay, so the point slope formula is, let me erase that, y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Okay, remember over here, once upon a time I told you, y is always y, x is always x, yes? Well, same thing. Y is always going to be y, and x is always going to be x. Okay? So those things are all in place, plus all of those symbols. So what we have to figure out is everything else that's going to go in there from what the information we're given. Well, we're given the slope is m, so m is 4, and that's going to go right there. Then we have to figure out what's y1 and x1. Well, if we're given the point, this is x, 1, and this is y, 1. Just like if we're given 2 points and we're trying to find the slope, this would be blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. This would be x2 and y2, right? Okay, so we're not given that. We're just given 1 point and the slope. So we have to put these in for those. So this one's going to go in where that one is. So that's going to go here. And this one, y2, is going to go in, I'm sorry, y1 is going to go in that, where that one is, and that's 2. All right, now you can ignore all of this, and we're solving equations. We haven't done this for a while, but you should be able to do it. If you're given this, how do we solve this equation? First, we start with distributive property on this side. So we have 4 times x is 4x, 4 times negative 3, negative 12. Bring down what you didn't use. We didn't do anything on this side. Okay, now we would put all of our variables together if the variables are the same, but these variables are x's and this variable is a y. So we can't do anything, we can't combine any of those. Remember, the point of what we're trying to do is to get an equation that looks like this. We're close, right? We've got y and we have equals mx plus b, but we have to get rid of this. Well, how do we get rid of that? Just like we always have. So it's plus 2, I'm sorry, it's minus 2. How do I get rid of minus 2? Plus 2. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Remember, what you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. These knocked each other out. We're left with y equals 4x, negative 12 plus 2 is negative 10. There's your equation of the line. Okay, so that's using the point slope formula. Y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. All right, if I can find my eraser here, I will do another one for you. I hope everybody's doing well. We're winding right down to the end of the year here. It was such a nice weekend that we could enjoy a little bit of pre-summer summer. Get through this week and hopefully we can enjoy a lot more summer. All right, so again, we're going to use point slope formula because what it's called point slope formula because what we're given is the point and the slope. We're given a point. Let's say this time our point is 0, 7. And let's say our slope is negative 1/2. Okay, so that's what we're given. Our point slope formula, we're going to always write it out using the variables, using the actual formula, so then we can just plug things in. So we have y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. And we just start plugging things in. This is going to be my slope. So y stays y, my slope becomes negative 1/2, x stays x. Then this is going to be my x1, this is going to be my y1. So this is going to go here. So I'm going to put minus 0 here. And this is going to go here. So I'm going to put minus 7 there. Okay? Then we just solve the equation. So we get y minus 7, because there's nothing we can do on that side, equals negative 1/2 times x is negative 1/2 x. Nothing we can do here because anything times 0 is just 0, so we can just leave that part off. I see there's a big glare here. Let's see if we can get rid of that glare. Oh, I think I'm just making it worse. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can get rid of that glare. Did it work? Might have just put us into pitch blackness. No, actually what it's the reflection of the iPad. And if I go too far away, nope, that's not going to work either. So let's see if I just move it down a little bit. Move it up a little bit, move it to the left, move it to the right. Oh my gosh, you guys are like, stop wasting my time. Yeah, it's okay. It's not very nice out today, so. Well, sorry, not much I can do about it. This just says negative 1/2. I think you can see it okay. All right, so anyways, this was 0. This times this was 0, so I don't have to put anything down for that. Okay, can't combine my x and my y, but I don't want to because I want y over here and I want mx over here. All I have to do is figure out what to do with this. Well, to get rid of negative 7, add 7. Add 7 on one side, add 7 on the other side. Why don't I add the 7 and the negative 1/2? Because it's not negative 1/2, it's negative 1/2 x. They're not like terms, you can't add them. That is its own term, so we have its own equation there. All right, last one. So let's say we have the point negative 4, negative 3. Let's say our slope is 2/3. We've got y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. M is going to be 2/3. This is going to be my x1. This is going to be my y1. So my x1 is going to go here. So x is always x, but x1 is going to be minus 4. Remember, this is the minus from this. This is the minus because that's a negative 4. Don't forget that. And then this is going to go over here. Y is always y. This is the negative from this. This is a negative 3, so I need to put negative 3 here. Okay? I'm going to erase these dots because they look kind of confusing. Alright? And now our negative negative obviously becomes plus positive. So does that one. And now we can solve it. Y plus 3 equals 2/3 x. That's this. Then we need to multiply this. Well, if I don't know what that is, I can come over here and I can say 2/3 times 4 over 1 equals, we multiply straight across, 8 over 3. Can't simplify that at all. So it's just going to be plus 8 over 3. Okay? Then I need to get rid of this, so I need to minus 3 on this side. What I do on one side, I need to do on the other side, but I'm not going to do it to this term. because they're not like terms. But I have to subtract 3 over here. So I have to find a way to subtract, oh boy, that glare is awful. I have to find a way to subtract this. I've got 8/3 minus 3. Well, I want them to have the same denominator so I can subtract them. So I have 8/3 minus how many thirds? 3 is how many thirds? 3 is 9/3. So I have 8/3 minus 9/3 is going to equal negative 1/3. There we go. And that would be my answer. If you have any questions or problems with this, please email me. I will be happy to help you out with it. That's all we got. Practice, practice, practice. Bye.